here with Iuliis as part of our celebration of Hunter Manufacturing Awards 20th year that we've been conducting the awards. And we wanted to go out and visit a few people that have been in the industry for the long journey. And this is your backdrop now, a semi-industrial estate, a labour of love now, making wine. But you started back in 50 odd years ago, forging a manufacturing, engineering business into the steelworks and mining industry. So can you just tell us a bit about how that all started back then? What drove you to go down that path?
Always been interested in manufacturing. As a kid, I used to be interested in pulling clocks apart, I'm told by my mother. So I don't know. But obviously, as I did my trade course, did my engineering certificate course, I managed Meadow Engineering at the beginning, and then 1980, Waratah Engineering. Now, Waratah Engineering was a big job for me. I took a loan from the bank. I mortgaged my dad's house and and everything else because I didn't have much at the time. Waratah Engineering had only one customer. There was a $10,000 a month sales to BHP. I was rather fortunate because I didn't know what was good and what was bad, so I just built it as I went along. So BHP was extremely important to us.
It was different. You had to break into BHP. They used to do everything, their own manufacturing. What was it like, being a new kid on the block or doing something different? Because that would have been foreign to outsource stuff from an SME outside.
I started working with them about how to get things on time. And I said, we can only deliver on time if you're good enough to give us more work and repetitive work. Yeah. BHP had a particular standard, which they had 5 people tendering for the same job over and over again. So you never get the same job twice. They would decide who it goes to. And so I made a mistake, which probably was my best thing that I've ever did, when the purchasing officer suggested them a new way to do tendering. And they told me to go away. Not so pleasantly.
In polite terms.
Not pleasant.
Yeah. How did you get that stable workflow? I know you were one of the forerunners in hiring equipment, so you had something to give them while you repaired the other thing at your leisure.
Keeping continuous work in a repair shop is almost impossible to do because you're in feast or famine. So back in the late 80s, early 90s, lots of collieries shut down. There was a lot of surplus equipment. Now, I was already in the repair of mining equipment.
Yep.
So that gave me the opportunity to buy 2 second-hand shuttle cars. But instead of sending them to scrap, I rebuild them with the idea of swapping with the customer's equipment to do his rebuilding and keeping my wheel running.
Keep his plant going while you were overhauling his machine.
But like all good deals, it didn't come off. But new started up in the mining sector were looking for hiring equipment. So the hire business came across.
What gave you the most satisfaction over the years about building businesses in this region?
Custom fluid power would have to be one, because I started it from nothing, sold it, made the money that allowed me to do all these other things in between, because normally a business starts up, after 5 years they go broke.
Yep.
And it's not because of lack of work, it's because of lack of funds. I had Waratah Engineering custom hydraulic. I sold custom hydraulic to an English company, and that allowed me to buy it back at 2000 when they exit Australia to go back into Europe. That was probably the greatest thing and the last thing that I sold. I now don't have any other companies.
Yeah. Just thinking of the journey, teamwork and collaboration in the region. You were one of the drivers behind HunterNet and getting businesses to work together to do bigger things through the power of many.
That started when HunterNet group training became a reality.
Yeah.
The group training was the thing that we would all have trainees or apprentices trained the way a particular workshop or particular equipment that you had, you could only train them in that. So how do you get a better knowledge in tradespeople? By having them in different workshops where apprentices would play a role in different industries. we started to share the commonalities. And the commonalities is what made my companies big.
Yep.
And that's what got me where I am today. I took HunterNet people to have a look at my winery that I was going to build. That's how this came about. Now, the Iuliis Wines is one of the top 3% in Australia.
Well done.
So that's not bad. Manufacturing for the best. Rather than manufacture, we're certainly not the biggest in Australia. We're very much the smallest, but we're the best. And that was something which was drummed in both in under manufacturing and HunterNet. That was the thing that was drummed in. Be the best at what you're doing.
Yeah, we can't be the lowest cost producer.
We can't be the lowest cost producer.
What's the most significant change you've seen in industry in general across in this Hunter region?
The significant change is seeing small to medium-sized company now servicing international companies, both in export and locally made products. I mean, Graham, it's a great place to work in, to live in, and to enjoy a glass of wine.
Sure. I think on that note, it's a fitting time. As part of our 20-year celebration, we've introduced a new award this year. It's the Hall of Fame Award for Contribution to Manufacturing, and I'm here to tell you tonight, you're an inaugural winner of that award, Joss.
Wow.
Hall of Fame Hunter Manufacturing Awards 2024.
Thanks, Graham. Seems like yesterday we started it.
No, well done. It was meant.
Hard to believe.
I'm glad you didn't swear or say anything rude.
I stayed very careful with that.
Yeah, your language, you don't swear like you used to when I was in the boardroom with you.
No, and because I know Bob Cohen's going to be listening to this and he's going to say, wow, that bloody Joss swearing.